Plaintiff Julie Burns is a recovering crack addict, and she claims the defendant is a heroin addict. Julie claims she allowed the defendant to charge his phone in her home, but while there, he damaged her TV, so she's suing. Defendant Shane Jones says he's been an alcoholic since the age of 15. Shane claims on the day of the incident, he was drinking with Julie and got blackout drunk, and he believes he was tripped, and that's how the TV got damaged.
Start with you.
I've known Shane about a couple months, and he was next door at a party when I was talking to him. He seemed a little bit arrogant. He had a girl on his arm and was bragging, and he offered me like $20 to give him a ride like 2 blocks away to his Mustang. But when meeting Shane and seeing who he was around...
Hold on.
I'm sorry.
He had a girlfriend with him.
We had a woman with, yes.
Something about $20?
Oh, no, I'll say no,
she was bragging?
No, he was kind of showboating with her.
Oh,
I know him because I believe,
eye candy, or what, is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Showing off his girlfriend.
Yes.
All right.
I know by the people that he hung around that he's addicted to heroin.
Okay.
This is the place that I know where it was that, and I know that because I'm a recovering addict myself from crack. It's been since June 2020, and the middle of December.
You've been in recovery since June?
Yes. I drank until December.
How so? How have you been in recovery? What have you done?
I've been to Beckett Springs.
Pardon me?
Beckett Springs. It's a psychiatric ward and an alcohol and drug facility.
Good. I never call people crackheads who are in recovery.
Thank you.
I call them recovering crack addicts. So I'm glad to hear you're recovering. And so you say you know for a fact he's addicted to heroin.
Yes.
All right. And on this evening, however, what occurred where he offered you $20 to take him where? What?
2 blocks away from where he was at to get his Mustang. Just 2 blocks he could have walked.
Okay.
But he was showing off money, so.
That's not making sense.
Oh, well.
Oh, he was showing?
That he had a lot of money to throw around.
So let me give you $20 to take me 2 blocks down.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, it's trash talking, yeah.
All right. And then how did that go with his girl that he was impressing? Give me more.
I dropped him off, and I came back home. And didn't see him again until the next day. But like I said, as far as I've heard to that, he's got a really bad habit, spends a lot of money on it. And because of the fact I know he has a family now, I would hope that he would stay away from it. But that's why I waited a year to come to court.
And on this evening, however, what occurred where he offered you $20 to take him where? What?
2 blocks away from where he was at to get his Mustang. Just 2 blocks he could have walked.
Okay.
But he was showing off money.
Oh, he was showing?
That he had a lot of money to throw around.
So let me give you $20 to take me 2 blocks down.
Yeah.
Plaintiff Julie Burns is a recovering crack addict, and she's suing the defendant, who she claims is a heroin addict, for damaging her TV.
All right, sir, let me hear from you. Give me some background.
Your Honor, I'm 43 years old. I've been an alcoholic since I was 15.
Why?
Just life's choices. Choices of my own, Your Honor.
Have you made a choice of going to rehab ever?
Your Honor, today I got 4 days actually off alcohol.
What rehab center?
I'm doing outpatient rehab right now. I'm doing counseling. As far as heroin.
When did you start?
I've been there off and on since last September.
Okay. And then, had you ever gone to rehab prior to
Yes, sir. I've been in rehab one time. I went to California.
How old were you then?
I was there 30 days.
How old were you then?
I was 37.
Okay, and that was your first time?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and yet you've been you've been addicted to alcohol since age 15.
Yes, sir.
And so, your parents knew you were addicted?
Yes, sir.
And they didn't try and get you in treatment?
Well, yes, sir. That's how I ended up in California. My parents, they sent me to treatment.
At what age?
When I was 37.
Right. No, I'm talking about when you were a teenager.
No,
You were a minor, and they were responsible for your life.
Correct.
They never said, son, you're alcoholic. Let's find you some treatment.
No, sir. I've always been in our prison.
Okay, in prison,
yes, sir.
You didn't request treatment, or they didn't give you any?
No, sir.
Or when you came out and you were clean from alcohol, I know they have dope in prison. I don't think they have much alcohol. But when you came out, weren't you clean? And couldn't you have stayed away?
Yes, sir.
Or go to NA or go to AA? So that means you still weren't committed.
Yes, sir.
So you'd never really been committed until recently, because your parents had to convince you at age 37 to go. And so now you only been committed for 4 days.
Your Honor, I have had periods of sobriety at a time. I've had up to
treatment, sir. That's why you keep relapsing.
Right.
I don't like these people coming here. I've been clean. I was clean for and you relapse because you didn't get treatment. You didn't go to NA. You didn't go to AA.
Correct.
So just because you were, I know you were for those 30, 60, 90 a year that you were in jail. Yes, you were clean. But I'm talking about when you came out and got an addiction, did you go and make a special effort to do something that would prevent you from relapsing?
Yes, sir, I have.
When you were 37 and your parents had to encourage that. I said on your own, sir. You're not getting it. That's what happens when people suddenly say, I've had all these decades of addiction and I went because you were forced for the most part many times, and then you act as if everything is going to be fine because I'm just getting treatment. No, you should have been getting treatment if you were ever committed.
Yes, sir.
How old were you when you moved out your parents' house?
16, Your Honor.
16, all right. Where'd you live then?
I lived here and there.
All right, so you just lived on people's couch from 16 to what age?
Probably 20 when I got married.
All right, and then what happened with your wife? She didn't encourage you to get clean?
Yes, sir, she did.
Did you? Why didn't you listen?
Yeah, I had a period of sobriety. I've had many
I said
periods.
get clean. None of that worked, sir.
No, I
what
never
aren't
stayed.
you understanding? If you don't think you need AA or NA, you're kidding yourself. You're going to relapse, and you're not even sincere.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, sir. And so I'm just trying to get that poor man story out of you.
Yes, sir.
I'm not buying that.
Yes, sir.
My mama's everybody got a poor man story.
Yes, sir.
But most people help themselves.
Correct.
Otherwise, they're not committed to eliminating that poor man story.
Correct.
All right. So how did you all meet? And tell me the nature of your friendship over the period of time you all met. And so you are getting clean because you keep saying I'm correct. And that's what people do. When they are truly in recovery, they admit their wrongs and they say, I want to change, like you said. That's what you said. But I'm trying to relate back to why at age in your 40s it's just happening.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, though. And the nature of your relationship with your friend who's suing about the TV.
She is correct. We met, I was working on an abandoned house next door. We was next door drinking. I did offer her money to take me to get my car.
2 blocks away?
4 blocks away.
Why?
Be honest, because I didn't want to drive. I had been drinking, so I was letting someone else drive.
You can walk.
I agree with that. I just
It never dawned on you?
I just figured the ride was there. If she wanted the money, I would pay her to take me.
Okay, you're being big, like she say. All right, so give her the $20, and then what?
She dropped me off the car. Then next day, she's right, we did meet up. I went over next door. We was drinking. I blacked out. To be honest with you, I don't know if I tripped. I don't know if I fell. I don't know if I was pushed.
This is regarding what you're suing about, damage to a television.
Yes.
So let me hear your side, and then you can respond.
Okay. September 4th, which would have been the next day after that party, he came up, he said, may I use your charger? I need to charge my phone. So I said, okay. I let him come into my bedroom, plug the phone up on the charger. He's sitting there on the bed, he's calling somebody talking. I said, you want some water or a pop? I got ready to walk out of the room, and I heard whoever he was talking to, he said, that's my new B. Well, you don't talk like that at my mother's house, period. And if you're calling a female that, especially me, it should have never been done. So I turned back around and I went to him, I said, man, you got to take that mess outside. You can't have that here. You need to take it on outside. He started to walk. I pulled the charger out and he tripped. He actually did trip and fell into the TV and just smashed the whole thing. And then he went on and proceeded out the door. I had to have somebody catch up with him, but I was smart enough to get a few statements and us to agree that it was his fault that the TV got broken and he was responsible for that. I gave him every chance at anything he wanted to say or do it, but he knew it was his fault. Nobody tripped him. The only 2 people in the room were him and I.
Plaintiff Julie Burns is a recovering crack addict, and she's suing the defendant who she claims is a heroin addict, for damaging her TV.
What discussions have you all had since then regarding repair?
Oh, he was supposed to pay so much every month, and I haven't heard any. I haven't got no money.
What was the total cost of the damage?
The total cost, if he had, it's rent center. If he had paid it off before October, it would have been $330.38.
How did it get to 1,000?
Okay, because it's rent center. If you don't pay it off by a certain date, you have to pay the interest and so long, which I explained
Got
to you.
it. Didn't pay it off, and so that's
it would
what
be-
increased it from the renter center.
Yeah, it would be $703.68. Make it all because he said I'll just have to make the payments. That's what he told me. I got none. And $1,000 is what the total would have been, counting the 4 payments I had made previous to him breaking it. The whole TV would have been $1,065. It paid on their schedule. I was asking for the whole amount because it's been a year. I waited 1 year before
Sir, what do you say to this?
I told her, you know, if I broke the TV, then I would pay for it. But you know, like I said, I take responsibility for my actions. But I feel like I was either tripped or something into the TV.
Tripped?
Yes.
You were drunk?
Yes.
You want to blame it on that and get off?
I mean, I'm not trying to blame it on nothing. Like I said, I take responsibility for the TV.
No, you're not. No, you're not. You say what happened is that you were tripped, and that's why we're here today, because you're not admitting that you did it. You're saying that you may have been tripped.
Correct.
Instead of saying, I was drunk, I am a drunk, I am an alcoholic, rather, as they say in AA, or I am a drug addict. And here you're saying, yeah, I was an alcoholic, and I was drunk that night. And so much so that I blacked out. But I still probably not responsible. Somebody tripped me. Can't remember anything else. But you remember that somebody may have tripped me.
And Your Honor, she just said that I tripped. So I like I said, I don't know what I tripped over.
your feet, your own feet. Why didn't nobody else and you tripped over your feet?
But I did advise her I would pay rent to own, the payment each month, and she never got a hold of me. She wanted the money herself, and I told her that I would pay rent to own. I did agree to that.
Why didn't you?
Because she wanted the money herself.
To pay rent to own?
Yes.
Wasn't the contract with her and rent to own?
Yes.
What do you have to do with whether she pays rent to own? They'll sue her. But whatever the case is, you owed her if you destroyed her property. I mean, I'm not giving it to you. I'm giving it to rent to own. You give to her what you caused her damage for. You caused her financial damage. Oh, no, you could have gotten tripped. Right. You were drunk, you blacked out, and you rely now on her saying you got tripped. And so instead of saying perhaps I tripped over an item, suddenly you're acting as if somebody may have intentionally tripped you. So that should get me out of this. Even though I'm a recovering alcoholic and I got drunk and blacked out, I'm gonna get out of this. You're not recovering at all, sir. You're coming with some game and you're gonna relapse. You're gonna relapse. Outpatient isn't gonna do you well enough. Have you ever been on heroin?
No, Your Honor.
Yeah. She made that up on you? She made that up?
I've never been on heroin.
She made that up?
Yes, sir.
All right. I don't believe you. I believe everything she says. I believe nothing you say. I do not believe you these 4 days you've been recovering. In fact, you've probably been getting high before you came here for you to tell me a story about you are an alcoholic, you got drunk, you blacked out, you damaged the TV, and your defense is somebody else caused the damage. That's your defense, by tripping you. You insult my intelligence with that. Have a good day. Judgment for the plaintiff.
Thank you. Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you. Shane, I waited a year for you to pay anything on it. You said rent to own, and all I told you was I have to go with you because the account's in my name.
See,
you didn't want to do that.
You said I had to pay you, not to rent to own.
You had to, yeah, I have to give it to rent
And
to
I
own.
told you
It's
I
my
would go to
loan.
rent to own and make the payment.
They wouldn't take it from you. They had to take it from me because the loan is, the TV is in
I
my...
didn't know that.
I
That's
talked to you.
why
I
told
asked you.
I
I
would go to
asked
rent
you.
to own.
I asked you.
I mean, I have no hard feelings. I mean, I'm glad it's passed in the past. I mean, you know, she won, you know, I mean,